Is it too late to start a successful gaming channel on YouTube in 2019, especially with the recent policy changes, game development drama, and increasing competition? In this video, I'm going to go over some of the most important stats and information that you'll need to consider if you want to start a successful gaming channel. Stay tuned. G'day, my name's Marcus. I'm a video game enthusiast, and this channel is completely dedicated to helping you grow your very own gaming channel on YouTube. I upload new videos every Saturday, so feel free to subscribe. I don't know what subscribe is. So, is it too late to start a gaming channel in 2019 or even 2020 if you're watching this in the future? This question is getting asked a lot. There's a lot of negatives to starting a channel right now, but there's also a lot of positives. In this video, I'm going to attempt to answer this question and also dispel some of these really common myths that I hear. There's a lot of information being misrepresented that can confuse newer creators. Now, before we start giving you a definite yes or no answer, let's look over some of the stats so we can start finding the basis of where I'm coming from. So this won't be long, but let's go through some facts. YouTube is currently the largest platform in the world, boasting over 1.9 billion logged in monthly users. Those are logged in monthly users, not people who are watching who aren't logged in, which means it's probably way more than that. It's second only to Google, the company who just happen to own YouTube. Now, I've been on YouTube a long time and I've been seeing YouTube is dying videos since like 2014. Yes, it's possible that some of the larger creators who were once the creme de the creme are dying, which makes it seem like sometimes the platform isn't doing as well as it was, but we've got to look outside of those creators and look at YouTube as a platform as a whole. Now, the internet is definitely not slowing down. The internet is definitely not dying. And for YouTube to be number 2 in the world, second only to the company that actually own it, well, I think that says enough in itself. More hours of YouTube videos are being watched per day than Netflix and Facebook combined. Now, when I look at it, I think Netflix and Facebook are two of YouTube's biggest competitors. Netflix is an extremely cheap service, offers tons of great quality movies, TV shows, comedy, documentaries, pretty much everything, and you can watch on pretty much any device. Facebook also started up their Facebook video and still one of the largest social media companies in the world. So the fact that YouTube is doing more than both of those combined shows how well YouTube is doing. Now, you might be thinking, but Marcus, I can see YouTube is doing well. All these statistics indicate is that there's way too much competition for me to start a new channel in 2019. I totally get where you're coming from, but just bear with me a little bit longer while I outline some of the other stats and I'll explain everything. 6 out of 10 people prefer online video platforms to live TV. And by 2025, 50% of people under the age of 32 won't subscribe to a pay TV service. Now, anyone who knows anything about marketing or investing or business in general knows that it's very important to predict where the market is going. Leaders anticipate, losers react. So those first few stats I showed you are great, but you also want to see where YouTube is going in the future, because this might be the last year YouTube does well, it might be declining bad. But as you can see from these stats, YouTube is obviously doing well and it's actually looking to grow even further in the future. And on top of this, by 2020, video will account for 79% of the global internet traffic, almost 80% of global internet traffic. Now, that's incredible. Consider how many Wikipedia pages and online retail sites, general social media, blogging sites, the list goes on, and yet video will account for 80% of the global internet traffic in 2020. And who do you think is going to have the top platform in 2020? Now, if we look into the future, YouTube is obviously predicted to do extremely well, but as we know, sometimes these analysts can be wrong. What can't be mistaken is the past, because it's happened, it's been recorded, and engagement is up on YouTube 60% year after year. It's doubling. Its engagement is doubling every single year. Isn't that just incredible? Before we get into the final point and get into some of the good stuff about whether you should start a gaming channel, whether there's too much competition, please drop a like below because it really helps get this information out there. My goal is to help as many gaming creators as possible with these videos, and I'd really appreciate your help. Finally, YouTube is a money-making machine. Interbrand's top 100 brands are collectively uploading videos to YouTube every 18.5 minutes. That's one video every 18.5 minutes, not every company uploading once every 18.5 minutes. But that's showing you that not only is YouTube an amazing place to grow, but also being a YouTuber full-time is going to be a standard job title in the future. YouTube is a money-making machine. As fun and completely free as YouTube is, we can't get around the fact that it is a business, and businesses need to be making money. Bottom line, YouTube's doing very well financially and it's not going anywhere. Now, You're probably thinking, well, you convinced me, YouTube's doing well, but I don't see how this means I should start a channel. To be honest, it actually looks like I shouldn't start a channel because there's so much competition. Now, a common myth is that competition is a bad thing, but I actually disagree with that in this circumstance. Competition is a good thing because it means your market is booming, and although there's plenty of supply, as you can see, there's also plenty of demand. Problem is where supply becomes greater than the demand. A great example is Fortnite. Fortnite exploded, 50,000 creators jumped on board, and now there's creators with hundreds of thousands of subscribers uploading videos that get a couple of thousand views each. It's not because the videos aren't good quality, but the supply is just way too high for the demand. So if you haven't gathered it by now, yes, you can start a YouTube channel, but you need to do it the right way, and that's what I'm going to be explaining to you in this part of the video. So, understanding supply and demand, we need to understand the markets, sub-markets, and niches. Now, a market is a general area, so our market is the gaming market. It's going to be impossible to start a gaming channel that posts gaming videos from pretty much every single game, and you'll grow off that. There are very few channels out there that can post videos on multiple tons of games, and those that are out there have already got established audiences. Now, the next thing we're talking about is a sub-market. So sub-market is part of that main market. For example, Fortnite is a sub-market of the gaming market. But the problem is, if you make really generalized sub-market videos, like just general Fortnite videos, you try making a Fortnite funny moments video, Fortnite Daily or whatever they're called, is going to crush you because they're uploading 2 videos every single day, getting millions of views, and there is no way you're going to outrank them. And that's where niches come in. So you remember I said markets, sub-markets, and niches. So a niche is a specific area inside the sub-market. Niches are amazing for growing smaller channels. So because we've been using Fortnite as an example, I'll give you an example of a Fortnite niche. So a channel that posts videos on new skins that are coming out or leaked skins. Now, I just pulled that out of thin air, so don't go running and creating a channel like that. There's probably already channels out there like that, because I already know there is a group of people out there who spend hundreds of dollars on Fortnite skins, and they're going to be interested in what new skins are coming out. It'd be really nice to have a certain niche channel where they can just go catch up on all the latest news. And that's how a niche channel works. A niche channel appeals to a specific group of people who are in a sub-market. Now, you can either create your own niche or you can enter an existing one. Just make sure there's not too much competition. That is a super important point, guys. You need your own niche. That was one of the biggest things that got me out of my rut. I was posting generalized videos on a bunch of different games, and once I started focusing on my niche, I had less competition, I had more engaged fans, and everything worked out really well for me. Now, in the future, you may want to branch off into other games, but to grow your channel, when you start it off, you really need your own niche. Unless you find a really special sub-market, you need your own niche. So once you've found your niche or created it, if you create it, that's awesome. But most of the time, make sure if you do create a niche, it's something that people are actually looking for, because you might have just created some random niche that no one actually cares about, and there's a reason it doesn't exist. So I'm assuming you're going to be going into a niche that's already existing. And when you do that, you really need to outthink your competition and out-strategize them. Now, obviously, this is going to be different for each niche that you're in. You need to find the things that people in that niche are looking for that they're not doing. Even though you're probably starting at a lower level than them, they've probably got more subscribers than you because they're already in that niche. You need to figure out a way to be better than them. Not as good as them, you need to be better than them, because people need a reason to subscribe to you instead of subscribing to them, because they've got the reputation, they've already got the fans, and to be honest, they've probably got better quality videos than you at the moment because they've got more practice creating them. So those are the main things you really need to look into when you consider starting a gaming channel in 2019. I really hope that helped you out. If you have any questions, drop them below, but make sure before you just go out and start a general gaming channel, figure out your market, your sub-market, and your niche, because that's going to really make or break your channel. Now, good luck finding those, and if you really want to learn some more secrets to growing your gaming channel and growing and making your channel better than the competition, I recommend you subscribe to this one. I hope you got a lot of value out of this video. I know I was really uncertain about supply and demand when I was first starting, so make sure to share this video with your friends because they might find it helpful too. I'm sure they'd appreciate you thinking of them. Also, on screen are some other videos that will really help your channel grow. As mentioned before, that's what this channel is all about. This is the channel that I wish I had when I first started. My niche is helping gaming creators like you become successful. My name's Marcus, I'll see you in next week's video.